Okay, everybody, so if you watched my last video on the Sanlida, what I've done is I set up my draw length, got it right, maxed out the bow. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different with this. So, the bow does come with arrows, but I shoot my own. So, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. Now, the arrows that come with it will probably be okay for practice. I'm going for precision work. So what I have here is a gold tip hunter, 340 spine with 125 grains in the front. I'm going to go ahead and check the arrow length right here. It should be close. Find my release. So it should be close. And what we're going to do, okay, so that's perfect. And I have 8 of these arrows. So I want to go ahead and feel that our peep is right. Peep sight feels good. No rotation. And I'm not even going to take a shot at it through paper yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right. We're going to tie in knock servings here. We're going to level this bow up correctly. I can already tell it's really low. So I'm going to level this up. I'm going to show you guys how to make your Sanlida extremely accurate. Let's go. All right, so the first thing we want to do, now, if you don't have a bow vise at home, you'll have to go to your local shop and get them to set this up. And this is highly, you have to do this. If you're going to shoot anything accurately, you've got to level everything up. You've got to get it right. Normally, stuff from the factory is just for testing purposes and stuff like that, but it's not really dialed in for precision work. So we're going to do that. First thing I'm going to do is cut this D-loop off. And I've done this so many times that it's not going to take me very long to level this thing up. Now, one key thing that I should check is the cam timing, but I'm going to assume that the cam timing is good, being that the bow is brand new. After a couple hundred shots, I'll check the cam timing then. I'll show you guys how to do that. So, all right. Now, I don't particularly care for the whisker biscuit style rest. I don't care for it, but that's all that I have. Okay, I've got my level here. I gotta get another level out here on the other end of the arrow. Whoop. I'm gonna zoom in. You guys can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one out here on the end here. And we gotta get a knot bushing. Cut that out. Okay, so here's the knock bushing. And I go ahead and I put this knock bushing in there. That way I can hold the arrow. And we want to get, first we want to get the bow straight, which is going to be right there. So right there, the bow is pretty much parallel. So that's good. Now the arrow is knocked low. So I'm going to slide it up. Nope, sorry, it was knocked high. So I'm going to slide it down. Slide it back up just a hair. And that is level. This is level. So let's go over here to the press and let's tie up our knock serving and then a D-loop. Then we'll be able to really start the tuning process effectively. Okay. All right. So hopefully this is in frame pretty well. What I'm going to do I'm going to use this material right here. I'm going to go ahead and straighten my peak back up 100%. I'm going to use this right here. It's a BCY material. And I'm going to find a razor blade here. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I've done this a time or two, so I'm just going to do the cinch knot. Okay. All right. So that is our cinch knots, and we just want to put it right underneath the knocking point. Now, this bow might not tune as well as I would like for it to with this rest, but once we upgrade this rest, if we have to, we'll be able to really make this thing pop. But we're going to see how well the factory Sanlida rest works here. It might be just fine, and we might be in business. As long as we don't make any kind of contact with our arrow vanes and our rest, we'll be fine. Okay, so we just burn that down. Then we'll pull that knock out right here. And we'll set that aside for another day. All right, so we got this cord. I'm going to go ahead and do our top. And this can be tricky. I want to go ahead and tie this up. 3, 4, and 5. I normally do it 5. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and make a little bit better cut end here. Okay. And guys, while you're watching this, there is a company out of Anderson, South Carolina that they specialize in strings for these bows. It's called the Archery Shack. They're in in Anderson, South Carolina. It is the archeryshack.com. You can also find them on YouTube. You can find them on Facebook. The company owner is Jeremy Cheek, and they make some beautiful strings for the Sanlida bows. And to my understanding, they've shipped them all over the world. And I mean, beautiful strings. My wife has a set on her Sanlida. So this is the tricky part, is getting this fished through. Getting this part tied up. All right, I'm gonna get this tied, then we'll finish up. All right, I'm gonna take a shot. Now, looking down the arrow shaft, I can already tell we're gonna get a tear to the left. I need to bring the arrow in closer to the riser. I'm gonna go ahead and make that adjustment. So, if you look down this bow here, the arrow is kicking that way. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it on in closer. I can look and tell that it's not gonna shoot right on the first shot. So let's go ahead, move that in, just to go ahead and eliminate that variable altogether. So let's see here. Let me get back where you guys can see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen up this Allen right here. And guys, this is another critical thing. If you plan on hunting with your bow, you want broadheads to shoot right. I don't care if it's a $500 bow or $200 bow or $300 bow. You got to do this part. You got to tune it. That looks pretty close. I'm going to start with that. So, see what it does through paper. Right. It may be okay. Whoop. All right, guys. That is an accurate shooting Sanlida right there, boys. That is what you call a bullet hole. That's perfect. We're not going to adjust that. So if you were wondering, let's say you were wondering, are these bows accurate? Are these bows worth buying? Can you tune them? Can you make them shoot good? Well, any bow that'll bullet hole them the first time, that works for me. That's perfect. This is a good setup. It's going to be great. Bullet hole. So now the sight-in process starts. We're not going to do that in this video. We'll go to Kiwi Bowman and actually do that one. I'm pleased. I'm happy. I'm going to take one more shot for you guys just to let you see it. Oh, yeah. I'll take that to the bank. All right, guys. If you like videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll have some more Sanlida content out here for you. Have a good one. Thank you.